The coffee shop on the corner. Welcome to Turning Point. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about a chance encounter in a small coffee shop, a conversation that seemed fleeting, yet changed the course of someone's entire life. And perhaps, when you're done listening, you might ask yourself, are you living safe, or truly living? That afternoon, the rain was falling, not the gentle, poetic kind, but the kind that poured down thick and relentless, as if it wanted to tear the sky apart. It seeped through the seams of shoes, soaked deep into the threads of clothing, leaving behind the musty scent of wet asphalt mixed with something harder to name, a faint smell of sadness. Maya waited at the red light, her umbrella long defeated, strands of wet hair clinging to her cheeks. The cold crept into her fingers, ran down her spine. Her eyes landed on a small coffee shop at the corner of 7th Street. She'd passed it many times, always thinking, one day, I'll stop by. That day, the rain decided for her. The bell chimed softly as Maya pushed the door open. Warmth wrapped around her, carrying the scent of freshly roasted coffee mingled with cinnamon and old wood. A few people hunched over their laptops. A couple whispered at a table, and behind the counter, a barista hummed along to a soft jazz tune. Maya had never liked coffee, but she liked warmth, and here, warmth was everywhere. Her eyes searched for a seat. Only one was left, or almost. A man sat in the farthest corner, a weathered leather notebook before him, next to a cup of coffee gone cold. He didn't look up. Excuse me, may I sit here? Every other table's taken, Maya asked softly. The man slowly raised his head. His eyes were unusual, gray, like the sky before a storm, yet deep and sharp enough to make her feel as though he could see straight through her.
This city's yours,
he said with a small smile, sliding his bag aside. At first, they spoke of trivial things, the rain, traffic, how the pastries here cost twice what they were worth. Maya kept her distance, as she always did with strangers. Then, he asked something unexpected.
If you weren't afraid, what would you do?
Maya gave a small laugh, ready to dodge. A bit deep for a rainy afternoon, don't you think? Maybe, but I'd like to know. She stared into her cup.
I'm not sure. Probably quit my job, open the design studio I've dreamed of since college. But you won't.
He interrupted, because safe always feels safer than living.
Because safe always feels safer than living.
His words landed heavier than she expected. You don't know anything about me. Maya frowned. I don't need to.
He replied calmly, taking a sip of coffee.
Outside, the rain grew heavier, turning the city into a watercolor painting blurred at the edges. The man, Daniel, as he introduced himself later, opened the leather notebook and slid it toward her. The pages were filled with sketches, short poems, scattered lines written as though they mattered deeply. In the middle of one page, scrawled in a hurry, we all think we have time. Until we don't. Maya brushed her fingers over the words. Why are you showing me this? Daniel looked out the window before answering.
Because you remind me of someone who kept waiting for the perfect moment. She never got the chance.
When the rain finally eased, they had been talking for almost 3 hours. I should go, Maya said, glancing at her watch. Daniel nodded but didn't stand. Instead, he said quietly,
Maya, I'm not from here. I came to this city for one thing, to say goodbye to someone. I didn't expect to meet you.
She froze. Goodbye, are you?
Nothing tragic.
He cut in, smiling, though the smile never reached his eyes.
Just a chapter closing.
For the next week, she returned to the coffee shop at the same time. Some days Daniel was there, some days not. On the 7th day, he was waiting, 2 cups of hot tea in front of him. No coffee today? She teased.
Not today,
he said, eyes brighter than usual.
Today is for something else.
Then Daniel placed the leather notebook on the table.
It's yours.
That night, Maya opened it. Between the sketches and poems, she found a folded paper. A letter from the hospital. Daniel, 36, terminal illness, time left, less than a year. In the margin, his handwriting read, if you're reading this, it means you still have time. Don't waste it. 3 months later, Maya quit her job. She opened her own studio. The leather notebook stayed open on the page with that line. She never saw Daniel again. But sometimes, when the afternoon light streamed through her window, she felt as if you were still there, sitting in the corner, gray eyes watching, reminding her. Safe doesn't mean alive. Sometimes, a brief encounter is enough to change a lifetime.
Thank you for listening to today's story on Turning Point. If this story touched you, hit that subscribe button, so every week, we can walk together through another story that just might make your heart beat a little differently.